Okay, let's finish this thing off. I think it's the best way to describe this. We've only got that much left, so hopefully this shouldn't take too long. Just got to get everything arranged. Hold on. That's not any better. How did I have this before? I had it like... I'm just gonna I'm just gonna ruin the box. I'm gonna bend it like that. Alright, there we go. Now I can actually reach everything. Okay, fine. So we'd made the base, and these things keep falling off, so that's not a good sign. And I think we're up to this page. We'll just go with it. We'll just go with it. And yeah, this should not take long at all, because well, they're going to make it a bit hard, aren't they? First off, you have to build these things. Do you have to do this normally with Lego? I don't think you do, because it's actually not the easiest thing. So bought a few things today, which probably I shouldn't have, including another Spybotics Lego Technic set, which I keep forgetting to actually feature. I do have something on the floor that I can show. And I thought I want to auction online secondhand for that little RC car style Lego Technic set, the one with the you know, I can't even remember if I built it on the channel or if I just got it pre-built, but I think I did build it on the channel. With the Technic powered up stuff that I had like last year or something. And there was another one that was pretty cheap, so I used to buy now. But I was looking at their other auctions. They had that one, that tank that flips over, that I was thinking about getting, but it's a bit expensive. It didn't look that interesting. And that was like considerably more expensive. And they also had other Technic sets, which were not powered up ones, and they were hold on, having to think for a second. They were cheaper, and I think they listed them, and I think they were going to do the RC car styled one at the same price as the tank thing, but instead they did it at the price of the non-powered ones. And now they've gone and relisted it. It looks like they've relisted it for the tank price one, so the more expensive price, which I'm not prepared to pay. But I technically still won the previous auction, and it's like they haven't cancelled it or anything. It's just, it's right there. It's like I won that auction, and now I'm like, well, I kind of know what they did, and you know, I could be a jerk and say, look, I won the auction. Fairs and squares. That was supposed to be a black one on the bottom. Alright. So you have to give it to me for that price. But honestly, I don't think I really will, because I can see why they made the mistake. And I can see what mistake they made. But maybe they haven't realised. I think maybe they haven't realised that they've actually listed it the second time. They probably went through, and because it was pretty soon after they listed it that I bought it, and it's like, well, they probably, these ones are supposed to go up against, oh no, that goes there. Alright, yeah, so I don't think I am going to get that one after all, which is, you know, fair enough, I've already got one. But yeah, I'll have to wait and see. But I did buy another Spybotics set for a much cheaper price, like the 58th one of these things I've got. But after I've done this, I will show a set which is on the floor, or part of a set. And I've got another exciting set. I've pulled it out of my collection that I'd like to get around to trying to patch up and get to work, which has a lot of an interesting vintage set. So hopefully we get these things out of the way and all these other things I have to do out of the way. So start making more videos. And then we'll go. I don't even know if I have the stickers. Does this one? This isn't a printed thing. It's not printed. Oh, I do have the stickers. They're here. Okay. This definitely would have been a printed sticker, I think, if it was Lego. And alright, there's a thing on my desk which must have been there for years actually. This thing here, which is my 3D printed pile of my pyramid thing. And I saw another one of these in the opportunity shop today. It's this weird little, I think I did it on this channel, maybe I didn't. 3D printer pen thing, like you can, it's like the nozzle from a 3D printer without the actual rest of it. And I saw another one of those, but I decided not to get it because I was like, well, the other one wasn't that exciting. Maybe this was like a newer model though. Maybe they sort of fixed up the bits and pieces. I shouldn't really be putting the stickers on because I want this to be done quick and out of the way. Though I haven't had my internet cancelled yet. And it's got faster now than it was previously. I guess because nobody else is using it. And that's sort of why. So I was wrong. It doesn't actually finish like last week. It actually probably is going to finish in the middle of the month. So I have a few more days, and my internet connection might actually, my new internet connection might actually arrive in the mail just in time. I got a note saying it's being posted, it's being couriered off, like it's ready to go or something, like 2 days ago. And it's like, gosh, they take a very long time to do this. And it's like, well, I buy things off, random sellers off the internet. And things arrive much faster. In fact, things like bike parts I buy from Scotland, for goodness sakes, arrive much faster than this. But in fairness, the company that I'm getting the internet connection from, I do actually own shares, and they gave me a good payout recently. So it's like, wow, their service is rubbish, but they gave me some money, so that's alright. But I've got to find the rest of these things. No, we missed this step here, didn't we? Alright, well I'm kind of just randomly throwing these things in now. Are those meant to be, those are meant to be white ones. And we're going to put this thing in as well. Where does that go? Does that go there? I think it goes there. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to get this done in time. But I'm going to try. really want to finish this tonight. So let's just quickly do that. I'm not doing it at all the way the instructions are telling me to do it, because I've got like completely out of sync here. Those go there. And I don't think I'm going to get this finished, actually, which is making me sad. I want this done. Alright. So I think this was the entire page done in the wrong order, which is worrying, but it's fine. It's only these two that were out of order. And now we're going to do the glass dome thing. Alright, let's do this. Got a new book in the mail. In the mail. I got a new book from the library. Again, I was just talking to a friend. Where's this piece? I don't have this piece. No, it's two grey ones. Okay. That one. And that one. I've just finished reading. Oh, I've completely forgot. Children of Time. Right, I've got to add that on my Goodreads, otherwise I'll forget that I read it. Which is about humans and spiders and things like that. And I was like, just wanted to get it out of the way so that I can get on with finishing reading the Expanse series of books. Oh, we've got to do this thing first, don't I? And so I did finish it, and then I was back onto book number 6 in the Expanse series, and then I was like, ooh, there's a TV series coming to Netflix. And it's based on a book. So what do you have to do? You have to go and get the book from the library. And for some reason they had lots of copies, and nobody... This doesn't look right. I feel like it actually goes up the top like that. Really? So I feel like I've done something. We'll find out. We'll put this thing on. This goes here. I feel like there should be another piece that I forgot to put. No, that's not. Like, I feel like there could be one extra piece because there's a hole now, isn't there? Well, we'll just go with what it looks like. Okay, maybe there was another piece. There was another piece. Okay, that's why. But thankfully we can just chuck it in. Yeah, so now I'm reading a book, which I'm not entirely sure what it's actually about. But if you watch the Netflix trailer, it's like, gosh, this looks like some weird science fiction thing. But I don't think it is a weird science fiction thing. But it could be like that cabin, Knock in the Cabin, or whatever it's called. They changed the name for the M. Night Shyamalan movie that came out a while ago. That one was kind of like, well, is this science fiction? Well, it's a bit hard to tell. It could be, or it could just be a sort of thrillery. Well, I'm not going. Well, like, I'm just saying that. Let's just pretend I didn't say too much, but like, in case you haven't read it. Yeah. Right. Anyway, there was just some letters. So now I'm reading another book, at the same time as reading the first book, because I'm still going to finish reading the thing. So I just thought I'd say that. I have no idea what else to say. Though today I did see at the bus stop, because today was a pretty rubbish day. I was supposed to go to a climate march thing, because I felt like I haven't been to a march for years. And I was like, get out there and do that. And of course, the weather's been real nice this week. Well, not real nice, but it's been not as rubbish as it has been for winter. And then it got all ruined because today was absolutely just the worst. And so rained, and I got pretty miserable and cranky. But I had to stop at bus stops every so often. And I think I've done this wrong. But we're making the rover, so we've actually finished making that. That actually makes sense. We could just finish it here, but we're not going to. We've got to finish this. So anyway, that's going to go there. That goes there. Is it just the one? It's just the one. Oh no, we're making a flag. I feel like this is too hard for my brain to track properly. 4. I feel like I missed a piece from the previous one. That one goes there. Okay, and then orange. I feel like that piece there is going to be a piece that I lost. It's going to completely stop the whole... No, I found it. That's fine. What was I saying? Yeah, the bus stop, and they had they have advertising. I'm sure they do in whatever country you are in, on the bus stops, and half the time they're electronic displays, but occasionally they have fixed, depending on how fancy the bus stop is, a fixed sign. And I've done. No? Oh, I see. That goes like that. Alright, and then we need... Gosh, this is a confusing thing. Yeah, and I noticed that the sign, though it took me a while to actually notice this, was like a woman playing on her musical instruments in her bedroom, and it's an ad for the telecommunications company that I'm in fact getting my internet connection from. And yeah, then noticed it actually that it was probably an AI generated image, and it's like the first time I've actually seen in everyday advertising it being used, and it was actually quite difficult to tell. Like mostly I kind of had that kind of feel like something maybe, but I think it was just that they had these pictures and she had like some art on her wall which had that characteristic AI sort of look to it for text that's not real. And it was like I was quite sort of like pondered this. It's like, well, it's like, you know, it's very close to being perfect. Like if it hadn't been for that text, I wouldn't have thought. Is it meant the flag's meant to go that way, the other way around? I wouldn't. It's meant to go the other way around. Typical. With a sticker on it, which we won't do. But oh gosh, there we go. And then that one just goes in the corner. Okay, maybe we should just finish it because that's not staying on. We'll just finish these pages and then I feel like, oh my gosh, it's very hard to tell. Yeah, so I was quite surprised. I was just a bit surprised that it's close, but it wasn't perfect, and it wasn't perfect in a way. Given that it's at a bus stop and people are going to stare at it long enough to go, hold on a second. It's a strange choice. Like I think I probably would have waited if I was a company a bit longer, or I would have used it with something where it didn't have a telltale sign of being AI. But I haven't heard anyone going, oh gosh, AI. So it must already be accepted that half of these things are AI already. Just like that. But we're having elections in New Zealand at the moment, coming up, and they're always very silly. Oh my gosh, in New Zealand, because it honestly doesn't matter which party gets in, with regards to the economy. No one's really worked this out yet, because New Zealand's economy is so dependent on the rest of the world that it doesn't matter who you get in. The fate of our economy is entirely determined by the fate of everybody else's economy, and I don't really think it matters much. My professional opinion, as someone who does have a degree in economics, that it doesn't really matter. Like, you know, you could fiddle around the margins, but you're not really going to get. But no one's talking. Oh, I'm missing. No, we're not. No one's really talking about any sort of long-term things. It's all about this very short-term, and so no one at all is going to be talking about the possible effects that AI will have on people's livelihoods. Or another thing is, I think lab-grown meat is another thing that I wonder about, because New Zealand's heavily dependent on, well, one of the major exports is meat products. So it's like, well, you know, what if in 10 years' time you don't really need to grow cattle or whatever to get the meat, and people sort of switch over to this lab-grown thing. And again, you know, that's the kind of thing, like, you need to start thinking about this, and there needs to be a big discussion about how we can shift the economy. And it's like, but what is the economy of the future going to be? it's all quite depressing actually. But no one talks about that. And I talked to a friend, and they were like, "Well, obviously, because." Well, I don't think they said that, but the point is that you can't really talk about that because I mean, I think if you think about it, there isn't really much of us. There's not much the government can do. We're all kind of stuffed, and so that's depressing. So don't talk about it, and it doesn't really work with the voters. The voters are just thinking about today, and they can't buy food, and the fact that they don't want to be told that it's just going to get much worse in the future. So just saying. Alright, this is a very funny way to put that monitor is driving me crazy. I have this monitor, when you turn it off, I think I mentioned this last time, and it makes this ongoing on and off high-pitched sound, which is annoying. But at the same time, I'm glad that I can still hear the annoying sound and be annoyed by it. What's this supposed to do? That's not right. Oh, gosh. So that goes... I feel like... Oh no, we missed this step. Okay, so there was another thing. Gosh, it's random. You have to put this piece there. And then that piece there. We've got 7 minutes. Maybe we can finish this. So... Right. So that's the thing I thought about, like with the creator, right? Because it's all about, you know, AI being like us. They're basically us, you know. They're people AIs. And the real future of AI is, I lost my job as a model, actor, photographer, graphics designer because somebody just typed a prompt into a machine and they came back with, you know, pretty much perfect image of what they wanted. So, you know, it's that kind of thing, which doesn't quite make for the same cinematic appeal of they're just like us. This one doesn't. This is a bit annoying. Okay. So this side, it goes in and it stays in, but this side, it just sort of pops out. So hopefully it's going to just be okay. No, I think I've gone and done it wrong. Oh, okay, I need the white one. Oh, look at this, it's a double-sided one. I just picked it up. Okay, so it's a double-sided single stud. Amazing. And so that side's going to go into there, and then that one's going to go into there. Can you get that in actual Lego? I don't know. And that sort of clips onto there. So, alright, and then we've got a few more pieces to go. We've got to make... Alright. Well, let's just quickly throw the wheels on so you can get them out. My 5 minutes left. Alright, we're just going to do this super fast. And we're going to grab this thing and we're going to chuck that in there, and then we're going to get those two and we're going to chuck that like there, and then we're going to stick that one through there, and then we're going to stick it on top of here apparently. So there we go, that's that done. Then we need this thing, and put the wheels to the side. Oh gosh, this is made up of these single ones. How annoying. So one. I don't think I'm going to get time to show the thing that I was going to show. 4 minutes and 30 something seconds. Okay. Okay. I found another camera of mine actually today. It's this other long zoomy camera that I bought years ago, secondhand, which what I used to take photos of the bus stop today, to discuss with friends on social media, and that's pretty much it. But then I'm like, because I'm just thinking about this camera, it's only got the same sort of time limit and all that, maybe I should switch over. But then I bought a fancier camera, and then I've lost that one. I don't know where that one went. So hopefully it has to turn up at some point, and then I'll give it a go. Again, just saying things because we've got to keep talking. And this one goes here. And I'm going to guess that you're going to put 2 on this side. And 3 minutes. So with 3 minutes left on the clock, do I have time? It doesn't look that good. I don't know why they didn't do double ones to put the little sticker on this one, because it's a little rocket with a bit of dirt on the corner. Okay, I don't know if that's correct or not. And it's going to go on the little base. And then that's pretty much maybe it. There's quite a few pieces left in the box though, so we'll see. So that one goes there, that one goes there, that one goes there. We have to put everything together to see what we got. And that's it. That's everything. We've made these guys. So we've got the thing I just broke, because this doesn't have the clutch power that you would expect from Lego. It's pretty good, it's just not perfect. It's just not Lego quality. And some of these design choices are a little bit annoying, but for the most part it's not too bad. I would give it not too much for the play value, but definitely for, because it's just too fiddly, it's going to fall apart is what I'm saying. Like, I mean, this is pretty cool, right? You've got a little lid and Snoopy's going to sit in there today. Does he actually fit? He does. Look, he kind of does. I think he has to take his helmet off to actually fit in there, and that falls off. So there's a few faults with it, but you do get some Peanuts characters and the little bird, and I forgot to find out his name. And there's a bunch of spare pieces, though I kind of feel like they're not spares. They're just pieces that I didn't use properly. So yeah, that's that. It's all over and it's done. The thing I was going to show, and I've got now I got 2 of these, plus I got one that I originally got. So it's this thing here, which is not being built, but this is like it's having all the pieces in. But this is actually an RC car using a standard 27 megahertz that came out with Lego. This is official Lego. Though you can't take these wheels off very easily. These aren't the standard kind of wheels. So I had one before and I kind of got it a bit ruined by driving it outside. But this one's in pretty good shape, so I won't be using this one. This will be like my model. And then I've got another one that goes with this, and I think it's just missing some parts. So there's some spares. And hopefully I can find the original one that I have and fix it up, maybe with a spare part one. So these are quite fun. Like, I thought this was quite cool. It's like a very short time these came out, but I've got another sort of remote controllable Lego vehicle thing that I want to do at some point that is quite out there, maybe not the kind of one that you might have be familiar with. So we'll do that at some point. But thanks for watching. Say bye to Snoopy and Charles Brown. Thanks for watching. Bye.